Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me. So if you've been watching my videos regularly, you'll know that I talk about gut health and the importance of gut health. What does that really mean? Well, tonight I'm going to try and explain it to you in simple terms. Hopefully it will make sense to you, and hopefully I bring it across in an easy to understand way so that you can take on board exactly what I'm talking about and why it's so important. So you know that our digestive system starts with our mouth and ends with our bottom. And if you imagine it's a tube, a series of tubes that go all the way from our mouth down to the other end. And when we get sort of about here in our small intestine, that's where the magic happens. And in our small intestine, the outside of our small intestine, the walls of the outside are smooth and round like this. But the inside of the small intestine looks like this. It's like a furry forest. And these little guys, individual guys, there's thousands of them lining the inside of our small intestine. These are called the villi, and they're 1 centimetre thick from the tip to the wall. So if we look at the small intestine, and apologies if this is very sort of crude, but this is sort of what it looks like. So you've got this tube and inside of the villi. So each of these guys, as I say, is only 1 cell thick. The outside of the small intestine, so the outer area, is coated in blood cells. And what happens is that the nutrition, so when we eat something, it goes into the hairy villi forest and it comes out through the wall and is taken by the bloodstream to do what it needs to do. If your cells are not getting the right amount of nutrition that they need, then they can't perform the daily functions that they need to do. And they all have different jobs that they need to do. So if they're not getting the nutrition, then they think that you're starving them. And then they hold on to the fat. For survival purposes, they think, I'm not getting enough nutrition, I better hang on to what I've got because I don't know when I'm next going to be fed. So that makes sense, doesn't it? What also happens if we don't look after our gut health, this forest, this villi, gets covered in a sludge. So it sort of flattens down. So now when the nutrition goes in, it can't reach the villi, which can't put it through to the blood vessels. So then your cells just aren't getting the nutrition that they need, and so they store fat cells. They store as fat cells because they think they're in survival mode. Through the Fat Gut Health and Weight Loss program, we clean up the gut. So what does that mean? Well, we want to get rid of the fat stores. And we want to do that in a healthy way. We can't just starve ourselves, because if we starve ourselves, yes, eventually that will work. You will lose the weight, but you won't be healthy. You'll get incredibly unhealthy, actually. And if you don't do it by looking after your gut health, it will take a very, very long time. So what do? We go and exercise, and we go to the gym and we exercise really hard. But if you haven't got good gut health, you're really making it hard to lose those fat stores. So how do we do it? Well, first of all, we have to clean the sludge out. We want to get rid of the sludge so the villi can sit up again and can actually take the nutrients and take them through to the blood supply. So we eat clean, we don't eat sugary foods, we don't eat bad fatty foods. And in fact, on the fat program, what we do is we mono eat. Mono eating is incredibly important. What it means is because the hairy forest, this forest is already in distress, it's already covered in sludge, we need to rest it in order to get it repaired. So we don't stop eating. We just eat 2 food groups. We eat 1 protein and 1 vegetable per meal. That means that the body, the gut, doesn't have to work really hard. It's not overloaded. It can chill out and it can process and it can sort itself out because we're not overloading it with lots of different food groups, which is what we normally eat. So mono eating is very important. The second thing that we do on the fat program is that we start getting good nutrition into the cells so that they can do the job that they were designed to do. The sad fact is that in a lot of places in the world, and particularly in Australia, the soil that we grow our food in has not got as many nutrients in it as it used to have maybe 20, 30, 40 years ago. And similarly, the animals that are eating the grass and the food are not getting as many nutrients in them either. So that means that both our vegetables and our meat are less nutritionally dense than they used to be. It makes sense, doesn't it? So that's why the role of supplements is very important, particularly in the Western cultures. Because unless you're looking after your gut health, we don't have a great diet. We eat lots of processed foods, lots of sugary foods, lots of E numbers, and all that stuff contributes to a poor gut environment. But what's really important to know is that not all supplements are equal. There are high quality supplements, medium quality supplements, and low quality supplements. Low quality supplements will go in your mouth and come out down the toilet. They're not absorbed. They can't be absorbed. And interesting, this is an interesting fact because the healthier that you are, the healthier it is to become even healthier. But similarly, the less healthy you are, the harder it is to become healthier. So you have to work a lot harder because your gut gets used to things. So if you live on meat pies, your gut will be very good at absorbing meat pies. And then all of a sudden you put some broccoli in, it goes, no, I don't recognise this. This is foreign, bad. Leave it alone. So it's very hard to get through that initial stage. And that's why the long-term use of supplements and a good diet will of itself help the absorption of those supplements and the food. It's like one of those vicious cycles where the healthy get healthier and the less healthy get less healthier. So it's important. Keeping up good nutrition is really important. And on the fat program, as a very minimum, keeping up the goop and the probiotic is really, really important. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say the goop and the probiotic, then I'd love to talk to you about this. So please get in touch so I can explain it to you. Keeping up the good nutrition once you've gone through the gut cleanse program is really important to keep the weight off. It makes sense, doesn't it? You've just cleansed your gut, you've got rid of all the sludge, the villi can now do its job, and suddenly you're healthier and you're seeing all the benefits of being healthy, and you want to maintain that. So it's important to keep those good nutritional supplements up in your body. I hope this has been helpful. I hope that it's actually given you something to think about. It's made sense. I hope it's made sense. And I would ask, if it has made sense, if it resonates with you, please share. Please get the word out there. I really am passionate about this and I really want to get the word out there. And if it's touched a nerve with you and you'd like to know more, please get in touch, because I really want to help as many people as I possibly can on their weight loss journeys. So thank you for listening and watching, and stay tuned, because I'm going to do some more, tell you some more interesting information in the future. All the best.